barn burner. Really good. Watched it all the way to the
Why
end.
are the Broncos always in prime time?
A lot of, he would say, yeast after the Russell Wilson trade.
A lot of yeast.
Yeah, they signed Russell. That's all I can tell you. I mean, they signed Russell, and TV executives in the league office bought into it, and that's what happened.
Let's ride.
You have to give it to not just the Broncos.
Oh, God.
You got to give it not just to the Broncos, but to the Chargers. Justin Herbert completed 37 of 57 passes, 238 yards and a pick. 56 attempts without a touchdown pass is an NFL record in a win. Imagine having Justin Herbert as your quarterback. You can't have him throw it 56 times. Hold on. I said completed 37 of 57, and it says 56 attempts. That should be a record too. But anyway, imagine having Justin Herbert. You have him throw the ball 56 times, and you don't put it in the end zone one time.
So he threw it 57 times for 238, a pick, and no touchdowns.
Missing Keenan Allen. So, listen, we're going to get into it. How big a win is it for Justin Herbert? How bad a loss for Russell Wilson? But I think that the headline is really this year so far, Russell Wilson, and the fact that the Broncos have underperformed expectations, and especially Russell Wilson, given everything they gave up for him and the money they spent, Key, has underperformed expectations. Here he is after the game on the team needing to play better.
The reality is it's just not good. That's not good enough. We got to be better. We got to be better. We got to play sharper. We got to find ways to make plays. Got to find ways to continue to get first downs, touchdowns. It's a good football team out there, but we're just as good, if not better. And we feel like, and we got to answer the call. It's adversity is definitely challenging us right now. But the only way I know through it all is just continue to work hard and continue to believe. I think felt like we should have won that game tonight, and so we got to look at the film and see what we can do better.
Pre-recorded message from Russell Wilson. He'll use that for the rest of the season. This Bronco team, as I said at the beginning of the season, there was going to be some challenges because they were just not built for a Russell Wilson situation. When you have a team built, you go acquire Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, like the Patriots, like the Buccaneers did with a Tom Brady. They acquired a guy because the rest of the team around him was pretty damn good. The rest of the team outside of the defensive side of the ball for the Denver Broncos, they're not good with a new head coach that seems like he's lost out there a lot to me as he's calling plays and trying to figure things out. And Russell Wilson's just not seeing it clean. He's just not. I watched him in the first half, obviously. That first quarter, he was 10 for 10. He looked like, okay, he might be cooking here something up. But then the thing started as the game went on, he started to look different. He wasn't seeing it clean. I remember one time on third down, he wound up getting sacked. Guy runs a hook route underneath the ball. And the first thing you're supposed to do, your eyes are supposed to scan from right to left. He never got all the way back to left. He never got to the middle of the field. He stayed right. By the time he even thought about getting to the middle of the field, it was right in front of him. He wound up getting sacked. And I don't know if that's just it's new to him. He's not processing it properly. I have no idea. None at all. But he doesn't look good. I can tell you that.
How many times are we going to see the Broncos lose games because they lack the ability to produce offense? Right? This is the third game this season for this team who is 2-4, where their defense has held their opponent to under 20 points, and they have not been able to win. I don't know if Nathaniel Hackett is going to make it throughout the regular season. I don't. Because you're looking at
he'll get his first year, he'll get fired before the season ends?
He may get hacked. I mean, I would seriously consider it.
Jay,
because it seems like there's continuity missing. And last night, to me, I felt like I saw a franchise quarterback. Now, Justin Herbert may have had, 57 pass attempts and not scored a touchdown. But in overtime, 3rd and 12, this dude rolled out with pressure coming his way, made a play that put them in position to score a field goal. And I know it's special teams, a blunder by them, right? The punt return that they kind of dropped and they fumbled, put them in position to do so for Denver. But it just feels like this always happens to Denver. And I know they're not having Javonte Murray. I don't know where Melvin Gordon was last night. I don't know how come he didn't get
Keenan Allen's not there. That makes a big difference. Jay, what about what Key said about when you acquire a guy like Russell Wilson, it's when he's going to put you over the top. Whatever you think of Russell Wilson, he's better than what they had. But we had Mark Schlereth on this show tell us, who's watching it very closely in Denver, tell us even Aaron Rodgers wouldn't have put them over the top, right? So what about the fact that they're just not where they thought they were?
So when you think about this for the Chargers, Pro Bowl center is out. Pro Bowl left tackle is out. Top wide receiver is out. And yet Justin Herbert finds a way to win it. So, okay, I mean, look, Russell Wilson has 15 pass completions. How many did Justin Herbert have last night? 37.
Yeah, threw it a million times, but yeah.
37.
Well, Russell Wilson's not Justin Herbert.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. You at least need somebody to do something, Key, to help your team get over the top.
Yeah, I would say that they defensively in Denver, the thing that they do, Russell Wilson, they should do with Russell Wilson is the same thing you do with every quarterback when you have a top-notch defense. There's a certain plan. You're going to run the ball. All I need my quarterback to do is be 17 to 23, 200 yards, and a touchdown. Run the football. Instead of trying to allow Russell Wilson to throw the ball all over the lot. And he didn't have that many attempts last night, but they never really got the running game going to a point where I always feel like you have to run the ball regardless of the yardage. Attempts are key. You attempt to run the football.
Keep them honest.
You got to
chew up the clock.
You got to keep it honest and chew up the clock.
Yeah.
And I don't think Nathaniel Hackett has been able to do that in understanding Russell Wilson's success in Seattle was all predicated on them running the football and that defense playing good. Okay, this whole Russ Cook media fascination built it up as if he was the top notch. He's going to go 35 or 40 for 350 yards. That's just not him. Accept it.
But
just
Keith,
accept it.
I'm not paying my quarterback $250 million
You misevaluated what you had.
to be Cooper Rush.
No, but
I'm
what
not
about
paying you to be Cooper Rush,
what
man.
about
You
to be
misevaluated the situation.
What about to be some version, even if it's a lesser version of Matt Stafford last year, in the sense that what Key is saying, like, so why spend all those resources on a quarterback? Because if he has better talent than your average guy, and you do what Key says, the 21 of 27, whatever it is, for 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, something like that, a touchdown, no picks, in the key moments of the game, the more talented quarterback can make that third down play, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about, like, that's I agree with that based on what I've seen so far.
I would agree with that too. But did you see the way Jared Judy and company were looking at him last night on the sideline? This is multiple games now where I've seen teammates look at him side-eyed.
Yeah.
Well, because when you come with a lot, Jay, and you come with a lot and you're doing a lot and everything, people can see that, and sometimes it rubs individuals the wrong way. And he's not playing the best football right now, so they certainly are going to side-eye him.
Top recruit Jay Williams, if you come into Duke and you're not doing anything, guess what your teammates are going to do?
But so then when I listened to a podcast the other day, Richard Sherman podcast, and he's talking to Marshawn Lynch, right? And Lynch is talking about, if I can't call you directly,
I don't have his
I'm
number.
not rocking with you,
Saw
right?
that.
Then Richard Sherman's like, you have to go through his manager. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a teammate? Now, this is on a podcast. A teammate like, call me, but let's connect through my manager. Like, there's
That's what
no
I have
relatability
everyone do. I know
there,
that.
man.
But that's what happens with you and me. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, but my manager connects me directly to you on the three-way call. Got lag time there.
Sit there and tell me, hold on, let me see where Jay is at. Jay right there on the couch. Like, come on, man. Seriously, I called you.
Do you have Jay's number yet, Key? I'm still looking for
Well,
it.
I don't know what number it is. Let me see. I don't
Yeah,
know exactly what
that's
number
a third
it is.
cell phone.
Is this?